Hello everyone, GamerZ here, and I am finally back with another video. I've been really busy with a lot of things recently, and it's been hard to get back into the swing of things, especially since there's not a lot going on in the gaming universe that is there to criticize. I mean, the console versus PC debate is dead now. I don't want to post another video about that. At this point, I'm just beating a dead horse for about a year and a half now. But I will say that it has been a while since my last upload about exclusives in particular. And with the recent release of God of War, you know, the new PS4 exclusive, I decided to hop onto the goldmine that is JayTechTV's channel and use him to brush up on my arguing skills, get back into the swing of things, and of course recap on what I think about exclusives, because that was a long time ago since I made a video about that. Had to have been a year ago at least. Remember this guy? High nostalgia. Anyway, now that that's over with, I think we should cut to the chase and start the video. I thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
And I went off into the sunset.
I want to get to the point real quick because I'm going to get a lot of dislikes because PC fans are jealous and they're threatened.
We're jealous and threatened. What is there to be jealous or threatened of?
You know, they don't like that the PS4 is producing amazing looking exclusives, highly rated exclusives, award-winning exclusives. They don't like that.
Well, contrary to peasant belief, we on the PC are not as tribalistic as you guys. We don't mind that the PS4 is getting really good games. Are you getting more good games than we are? No. And if you want to play the game of who has more games to choose from, then I would suggest stepping back from that battle. But back to the PS4 exclusives, PC gamers aren't mad that you guys are playing PS4 exclusive games. That's not what we're mad at. We're upset by the shitty business model that Sony's following by holding games hostage on their console so that they can artificially boost sales of that console instead of using the merits of that console, which by the way aren't that stellar. Even in comparison to the Xbox One X, it's not as powerful as the Xbox One X, and don't get me started about the reasons why the PC is superior to the PS4. That's a whole video on its own. In fact, I've done it time and time again, and I'm not interested in having a discussion again about that with a brick wall.
They don't like that. And it's a proven fact, you guys lose way more exclusives than we ever will.
And that's fine. Again, we're against the whole exclusive model. The fact that it's exclusive on PC, we don't like that. We want every gamer to be able to experience the games that we're playing. So really, good for you and good for every gamer that is on PS4 and even Xbox, that they have PC exclusive games, now that they're multiplats. You see, JTech, we're not like you. We don't want to separate gamers intentionally just because they play on a different platform. And actually, each exclusive that you get puts you a tiny bit closer to having the amount of games that PC has. Isn't that what you want? It's what I want.
Each week there's like 5 fucking indie games on the PlayStation Store and nobody know where the fuck they came from. Then when I go to Google and put the name in, I see they came from the Steam store. You guys are losing a lot of exclusives.
Well, now you get to experience some of the great indie titles that used to be on Steam and now are on the PS4 store. But knowing you, you probably didn't even touch those games, and you must not be a real gamer because you're getting new games and you're not buying them day one. What the fuck, JTech? You're going against your own rules here.
Let's detail this. This might not have a lot of signatures, but it proves one thing. You guys care. There's a faction of PC fans that really care about what we have over here.
Yeah, that's quite a fraction of PC gamers. Quite a small one. Remember, a really small number on top with a really big number on the bottom means that the fraction is really small. In any event, what's the big deal about criticizing Sony's business model for using games instead of the actual merits of their console to persuade people to buy their console instead of actually improving the console itself? You have to understand, you could be getting a better console, JTech. You could be getting a way more powerful gaming console that lets gamers see a better visual like we can on PC. But you're too busy settling for the fact that, oh, we have exclusives, so there, I'll just sit on that. Ha, take that, PC gamers. And Sony sees this, that you're content, and then they start falling behind in the gaming industry. Well, right now they're the weakest console on the market. And Sony's smart enough to know this. They know that if they took away all their exclusive games and gave it to every other platform, they would have no other reason to sell their console. No one would buy their console because it would be the worst console on the market. So instead of improving the console and giving people a reason to buy the console for being a console, for the merits that it has, instead of doing all that, no, they just hold games hostage and expect people to buy the entire console just to play one or two games that they want to play on that console.
They can't stop thinking about PS4 exclusives. They fucking get triggered when they see only on PlayStation after a damn trailer.
I wouldn't say triggered, but yeah, there is a vocal uprising against this bullshit business practice. It doesn't help the gaming industry, it stagnates it, makes it freeze. That's why consoles suck now. Microsoft and Sony spent so much fucking time trying to look for the best exclusive games that they stopped actually improving the console, improving the hardware. In all honesty, besides the fact that the PC is upgradable, the whole reason a console is falling behind the PC is because the console isn't upgrading as fast as the PC is. It's not advancing. Nobody wants to develop a console and spend money keeping the console updated, and no one wants to keep buying the next and next and next console that keeps getting put out because it's the latest and greatest. So instead of advancing technologically, what they do is they're lazy, and they try to find the best exclusive games and say, these are the reasons to buy my console, not the actual reasons my console has anyway. It's lazy, and it stagnates the advancement of consoles, and that only hurts you guys. Over here on the PC, not only are we the most technologically advanced, we have the best graphics, the best frame rates, and best performance in games, but we also have the most games to choose from. So what if we don't have one game that we want that's on another platform? We have 20,000 more, and then some. And I would say 20,000 is a safe minimum.
These guys live on my channel.
Figuratively, right? And I doubt many PC gamers actually spend much time watching all your videos and disliking them. We have better things to do, we have more games to play, we have lives to live, frame rates to enjoy, graphics to enjoy, you know, etc. Living the glorious life.
Subscribing and unsubscribing just after a single video. You guys care. You care a lot.
I think you're confused about what we're upset about. Again, we don't care that you're playing formerly exclusive PC games. That's not our concern, and actually, I couldn't be more pleased that you guys are playing those games. That's amazing to me. I like that. What I don't like is the fact that Sony is using games to try to boost sales of their console, their inferior, stagnated console that has been frozen in time for at least 4 or 5 years now. That's not good for you guys. As a consumer, that's not good. You are stuck with an inferior piece of technology that Sony is too lazy to develop and advance further because they know that you're content with just supporting them in their exclusive games, and they're comfortable milking people for exclusive games and then getting extra profits because people are buying their consoles just to play 1 or 2 games. Have I said that enough now? I think I'll stop saying that over and over.
You guys care. You care a lot. And we have all the proof in the world to prove that.
If you need me, JTech, I can prove it. I can tell you here and now, yes, I openly care about this issue. Nobody's trying to hide it. Nobody's trying to play it off. Yes, we care about the fact that Sony's being shitty with their business model and charging people for an entire console to play a game.
So, get triggered. God of War, a single player game, exclusive to one platform, sold 3 million, over 3 million in 3 days.
Eat it. Eat it.
Yeah, if the game is any good and people like it, yeah, the game is going to make a lot of money. I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, nobody was surprised by this. And nobody was wishing otherwise, that it wouldn't do well. It takes an anti-gamer to hope for games that don't do well. Again, the better games do, the higher the standards for gaming go. And the higher the standards for gaming go, the harder developers will try to make their game as good as the previous one, or better. And that's what we want as gamers. We want the best of the best, and the only way to do that is competition. So yeah, of course we're going to be happy when a good game makes a lot of money. That means the developer can make even more games.
I want you guys to understand this video is not just about that. This video is about an exclusive Neo that went to PC, only one other platform than the PS4 platform, and did not achieve 3 million yet. It achieved, I believe it achieved 1 million on PS4 in 2 weeks.
Oh Jesus, it didn't hit 3 million in 3 days like God of War did and only hit 1 million in 2 weeks? God, it must not have been a really good game.
But the developer has not been giving any updates on the PC side of the sales, combining with the PS4 sales, which means the game has not been doing very well on PC.
JTech, a lack of information doesn't mean you can make up your own information. If you don't have the info, then you can't make a solid opinion about what you want to make an opinion about. It's like if nobody told me how a gun worked and I said, guns are the safest thing on the planet, of course that would be a shitty opinion. Just like yours is right now. Without the sauce, there is no pasta.
And I'm guaranteeing some PC fans gonna make up some fake ass figures in the comment section.
Like what you just did? No, we wouldn't stoop that low. We would actually look for information, and if we can't find it, we won't talk about it.
But would you please leave a link?
Oh yeah, we have to be the ones to go and disprove your shitty claim that hasn't been backed up by anything. Right. This is why nobody takes you seriously, JTech, because you won't back up anything that you say but expect other people to back up what they say. Have you ever heard of the burden of proof? Google it. I'm sure you'll find that appealing.
Now, this is the thing. You guys beg for a lot of games. They come over. You don't support them.
You know, we're glad that those games come over to PC, but that doesn't mean we have to buy them if they come over. We fight for our fellow PC gamers so that they have the option to buy that game if they so choose, without having to go through an actual console and go buy a console in order to play the game. We fight for their ability to choose to play the games that are on console on their PC. But not everyone has to like Neo. I mean, to me, I don't think it's that good of a game. I wouldn't see myself playing it, so why would I buy it just to buy it? But thanks to the developer, now PC gamers have the option of buying their game. And a lot of PC gamers are not going to buy a console just to play a video game, one game that's on a console.
You claim that there's 200 million Steam accounts, but most of you guys are not active gamers, real gamers.
If you play video games and you enjoy playing video games, you are by definition a gamer. There is no gamer guild to be invited in. There's no criteria to meet in order to join the cool kids club. You are a gamer if you enjoy playing video games and you play video games. There's not a criteria on how much money you have to spend. There's not a criteria on which games you have to play. You can be a Doom gamer. You can just play games from like the 1990s. Just play Doom, Quake, Duke Nukem, and you'll be fine. You are still a gamer. A retro gamer, but yeah, still a gamer. Or you can be a gamer who only plays RTS games because that's what you like. You can be an RTS gamer. And you know, other people have lives. You might not, JTech, but other people do. So I wouldn't expect anybody to play games for a majority of their time. In fact, right now on my Steam account, it says I have 23 hours in the past 2 weeks playing Steam, which is really the only client that I use to play video games. So it's a pretty accurate representation of how long I've been spending on video games. And 23 in 2 weeks, that's a little bit more than an hour and a half every day. But that's not true because I know I haven't been playing video games every day. Every day I've been stuck doing either homework for my class, writing a research paper on the rise of Hitler, building a robot for my UAS program. I've been learning a language, I've been learning how to play guitar. These are all things that I take interest in outside of gaming. But gaming is still a big part of who I am, and it's still a big part that defines me. So yeah, by definition I'm a gamer. Oh, and I have 293 games. I'm gonna place a safe bet and say I'm more of a gamer than you are just based on the amount of games I have alone. But don't worry though, because I'm not going to be using your definition. You're still just as much of a gamer as I am.
Most of you guys will not buy game day one. You will wait for Steam sales.
Yeah, who wouldn't wait for Steam sales? That's like taking a house that's valued at $275,000 and you take it at its list price $300,000 without negotiating downwards. But according to this is exactly what you would do because you sit there and you accept what your Sony overlords give you. Because you are happy and content with the games that you're getting, however few they are, on a system that's inferior to even the Xbox One X. And that, my friend, is exactly why the consoles have stopped improving. That's why they're behind the PC. Because corporations will listen to fanboys like you and get validated like, oh, they don't need to please anybody else but the fanboys. Because the fanboys are going to buy their product regardless of what they do. Whether they charge $60 every game without going on sale, whatever lets them milk the money out of you. You may think that it might be, oh, I'm supporting my companies or I'm supporting the developers. In all actuality, you're getting cheesed. You're getting taken advantage of by a bunch of money hogs who want to take all your money because you don't know any better. You want to buy games day one without having other people try them first so you don't get tricked out of your money. This behavior you're demonstrating right now just goes to show how much of overzealous fanboys you console peasants are. You wouldn't think twice about throwing money at something, even though it had a really bad business practice that could eventually fuck up gaming as an industry. And that's what gaming is. It's an industry. And in order for industries to thrive, you need good consumer practices. You can't just throw money at everything that you want, otherwise people are going to think that that's actually acceptable behavior in business, and they'll just keep doing it. Look at the paid online for Xbox and PS4. This is ridiculous. You don't need to pay for online, but you guys do it anyway because that's what you want. You want online. If everyone at the beginning said, no, this is bullshit, we shouldn't have to pay for something that we can get for free on the PC, then Microsoft and Sony would think twice about actually charging people for online if they didn't want to pay for it. But no, now you guys are fucked forever and ever because they know you're going to keep paying for it. So now they're milking extra money out of you for no good reason. This kind of went on a tangent about other good consumer practices, but to bring it back to exclusives, that's exactly what exclusives are doing too. They're segregating gaming, they are dividing the gaming community based on platform when it really shouldn't be divided that way. And the only reason exclusives exist is to benefit the console manufacturers themselves, Sony and Microsoft. The developers don't profit from this because they're stuck now to only one market of people who are willing to buy a console for one or two games that they like on that console, aka the people that are willing to throw money around for things that they want. And secondly, it doesn't benefit the console gamers themselves because it stagnates the actual improvement of the console itself. If Sony knows that they can get away with just selling exclusive games as a selling point for their console without using the merits of the console itself, then why spend money improving the console if people are just going to buy the console anyway just for the games? It's this exact reason why the PS4 Pro even now is behind both the Xbox One X and the PC. The only thing holding that relevant nowadays is the exclusives being produced on that console.
Most of you guys will not buy game day one. You will wait for Steam sales. Do you want to know why I know this?
Gee, what is your proof of us being good, cautious consumers?
About this one game right here? Do you want to know why? Well, the developer it's not bending over for you guys. The game's still $50.
So the fact that the developer didn't put that game on sale forever and ever suddenly means that it's proven that we're cautious consumers? I literally have no idea how these two premises met, but yeah, sure, that's proof enough, I suppose. And fuck it, yeah, I'll admit it. The PC isn't a platform of fanboys. And developers know this. They know that if they put shady bullshit in their games, they might as well just do it on the console, because the PC gamers aren't having it.
And that's why it's not selling.
What's to say the reason it isn't selling is because, the PC gaming community is a very diverse community that has different likes and dislikes. I know this is a shock to you, but not everyone needs to like Neo. For example, I buy a lot of games, but most of the time I'll buy games that are multiplayer and competitive in nature, because those are my main two genres that I love to play, competitive and multiplayer. So, if those are my main two genres, why would I look at Neo and see myself playing that for hours and hours and hours? I mean, yeah, Neo might look like a good game, but that doesn't mean that I see myself actually enjoying it. It turns out I'm a very picky gamer. That is, a very picky gamer with somehow just under 300 games. Maybe I do like other kinds of games.
So if you wanted to know why, this game sold over 3 million in 3 days. Collector's editions and day one editions of a $60 game, right?
Yeah, because buying games doesn't get you the game anymore. Buying games gets you some of the game, and then you can buy other parts of the game later on, or as a pre-order bonus, or as a day one bonus to encourage people to buy the game the first day before anybody reviews it. And pre-ordering is garbage because you don't actually have the product in hand. You don't actually get the product that you pay for until it's released. And once it's released and people have enough money, they start to half-ass the game. That's what happened with Watch Dogs, and probably Watch Dogs 2. People fell for that shit a second time. I wouldn't be surprised.
But this game, $50, went to your platform, and the developer has been too embarrassed to announce any sales updates.
Again, you shouldn't talk about what you don't know, because at this point you're just fabricating bullshit. There may be a lot of reasons why the developer would choose not to reveal Steam sales as opposed to console sales. Maybe it's marketing ploys, maybe it's PR, maybe it's, I don't know. I have no idea what the reason could be. But you can't just go and make up bullshit about it, like, well, the PC gamers haven't made nearly as much as the console side, so yeah, they're embarrassed. Let's just pretend that you're a psychic and you somehow know this for a fact, and it turns out to be true. Well, so what? It didn't make as much money on PC. It doesn't mean that we're stealing the game, because it's on Steam. How are we going to steal the game? And it doesn't mean we don't support the game. We might recommend it to our friends, but not buy it ourselves. But just because it's on our platform doesn't mean we have to buy it. And if it did, then it's a safe bet to say that you are breaking your own rules because you're not buying a lot of the indie games coming to PS4 from the PC. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. In other words, you're wrong either way, and this is a shitty argument.
We already know the truth. You guys don't buy your games.
Is that supposed to be a hint at piracy? Because every Steam user has bought their games. All 293 of my games I purchased with money. There are games I bought from GOG with money, with actual money. There are games I bought from Humble Bundle. On the PC nowadays, with so many sales, so many ways to get super cheap games for like 80% off, 90% off, even 75% off, there is no reason to pirate anymore. And do you really think that if we were pirating all these games, that the PC would even still be standing? Of course not. That's why we love the PC. We are willing to spend money on good quality games and support good quality developers. The reasons we may not buy a game could differ, but mainly it could be that we are not interested in the game, or that the developer's a shady piece of shit. It could be a lot of things, but it's not piracy.
I wager you this bet. By the time I get to 8,000 subscribers, whenever that is, PS4 would have sold close to 90 million gaming consoles, and God of War is probably going to be well over 9 million sold. That's a bet.
Alright, JTech, I'm holding you to it. You hit 8,000 subscribers. I'm going to make a video on you and see if you made that bet.
Now, I understand because I made that bet, the PC fanboys that are watching are going to unsubscribe so I don't get to that number. I've been seeing this over the last couple days after exposing these guys for the port-begging trolls that they are, but the bet's still on the table.
You really think people are going to unsubscribe to try to prove you wrong in that bet? Because that would only help you out. It would give you more time. If everyone watching this video subscribes to JayTechTV, he would lose his bet. See, JayTech, PC gamers are smarter than you, alright? The way to make you lose the bet is to subscribe, and then once you hit that, we can criticize you and laugh at you for it, and then unsubscribe. See, because look how much time you have. As of May 3rd, Sony reported that God of War sold over 3.1 million units in 3 days, and Polygon said that the amount of PS4s that have been sold at the end of 2017 was 73.6 million. So let me put that into perspective for you real quick. Let me put it this way. Either you think that you're so popular you're going to get 8,000 subscribers in 9 days, or you severely underestimated the way trends work. This 3.1 million batch of units has probably been bought by a bunch of the people who actually want the game. Not many more are going to buy it. And you're also betting that before you hit 8,000 subscribers, Sony would have sold 90 million PS4s. Give it time, maybe it'll happen. But if everyone here who's watching right now wants to do me a favor and subscribe to JayTech, that would be great. Let's show some JayTech love and hit that subscribe button. 'Cause you want to know something? Right now, he's one person closer to 8,000. You're running out of time, JayTech.
This is a very, very happy day. This proves that PlayStation gamers are gamers, not fanboys.
You've done nothing but demonstrate the opposite for the past 26 minutes.
This right here, however, this proves that you guys just beg for games for bragging rights. You have no intention in actually supporting the game or developer day one.
We support the right of all gamers, regardless of what platform you're on, to be able to play any game you choose. That is, without having to drop another $250 on a console that you're only going to play 1 or 2 games on every once in a while. And even though we're doing this, even though we're fighting exclusive games, that doesn't mean we have to go and buy every single game that comes to PC from either Xbox or PS4, and much less on day one. Are you kidding me? Who does that? Again, this throwing money around nonsense just shows how overzealously fanboyish you are. And it doesn't make us not gamers for choosing to buy different games with our money. There is no criteria for how active we need to be, or how many games we need to have, or which games we need to have in order to be a gamer. Because if you play video games and you take interest in playing video games, you are by definition a gamer.
Might I add, at full price?
I mean, honestly, this should show you how much PC gamers don't pirate games. When they're not buying a game at full price and they wait for sales to buy games, that should show you that they're willing to wait for a sale to buy a video game that they want, instead of just going the easy way, or semi-easy way, or semi-not easy, maybe easy way, of pirating the video game. And again, the gaming industry is an industry, and just like every industry, it's populated by consumers, and these consumers, if they were to just throw money away on everything they want, without thinking through the options and finding better deals, they would just waste all their money like garbage. We as gamers are also consumers, and we should act like it instead of being a bunch of dickwads who support anything and everything just because it's a game that we think looks cool. Gaming isn't a playground. I mean, it is, but not in the childish sense. No kids allowed. When you're spending money on shit, you have to act like an adult about it. Be mature and consumer smart, and you'll go far in life.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal, so you get nothing. You lose.
Yeah, that's enough of that. You know, the fact that JayTech is so obnoxious with his videos and loudness and laughing and all that makes me think maybe he's trolling. I don't know. I don't think anyone can be that stupid, that childish, and that idiotic on the internet and not be trolling. Or maybe he is that stupid. I don't know. In either case, I feel bad for PS4 gamers because he's one of them. Or maybe he's not. I don't know. Please disown him, though, if you haven't already. Oh, and go subscribe, quick, because we want him to lose his bet, remember? So now that this video is finally over, I can finally post this after 3 odd weeks of complete inactivity. Guys, I want to thank you for your patience, I really do. It really means the world to me that you guys are willing to wait for my content without me having to rush out and make a video every single week and sticking to a schedule which I honestly did make and I probably should stick to. And with that, I think you guys deserve to know what I've been doing with my life for the past 3 weeks. So, story time! If you're in my Discord, you probably already know this, but I am enrolled in a UAS program at a vocational school. And for the past 6 weeks, we've been trying to cram down on building a delivery robot, an autonomous delivery robot that would be able to carry packages from one classroom to another classroom, and so on and so forth. And during this time, I was also writing a research paper on the rise of Hitler, which isn't just a regular essay. It also has to be like 10 sources, 2,200 words, all that jazz, super professional looking and all that, because, you know, advanced history is a bitch. And on top of all that, I was also trying to get into some other hobbies that didn't involve gaming, but involved things like painting, like cooking, like playing the guitar, and learning a language. And the language I'm learning right now is Japanese. So with all that being said, I didn't want to say that I forgot about my YouTube channel. I just didn't have enough time to put aside to actually make some quality content. There was a video I was in the process of making that I finished and totally trashed because I thought it was garbage and you guys didn't deserve garbage. But now that the end of the school year is coming and, you know, things are starting to calm down, not making promises because you know I'm going to get some extra bullshit as soon as I say that. But because things are starting to chill out, I think I'll have a little bit more time to be able to put aside to work on a video throughout the week and be able to release maybe at the end of next week. But I don't want to make promises that I can't keep, so I will just say that I will try my hardest to get my video out as soon as possible with the quality that you guys deserve. So I thank you so much for watching, I thank you so much for your patience, and I really do hope you enjoyed.